All right. So it's time for the unsung hero segment, and let's have Tuffbuzz in the big box. You don't know, yeah, man. Yes. I think you're muted. Let's get your microphone on.
All right. So greetings, family.
Yes, I blessings. I hope everything is okay.
Yes, I will give thanks for life and strength in us. Everything is
Yes,
all right.
We give thanks. Before you start the show, I'd like to remind us that this show or this segment is proudly sponsored by Rasta Breadman Company, Tuffbuzz Entertainment, Big Up Yourself,
Yeah, man.
Tough, and Yardie Sessions, Team 4K Shooters, Natty Yard Bashment, and Forever Booming. All right, so my brother, I know that you're going to educate us tonight because
Yes,
I saw your research. I can't wait to hear what you have for us.
Yes,
you
I'm ready
that
when you are,
apology, you know.
Professor.
Yeah,
Alright,
big
so
up
before you
yourself,
start,
Leslie.
yeah,
One
man,
Ash.
let's do this.
Every great man and woman have them story, and
You
every
know,
story we get
this is a
told.
section where we
Welcome
have
to
a
the Unsung Heroes segment
classical promotion,
on Midnight Reggae Vibes, a special feature where big up the pioneers, the trailblazers, the reggae legends, and the cultural icons. Them will help shape reggae music and Caribbean culture for generations. Brought to you by fella Tough Soul, CEO of Tuffbuzz Entertainment. Because enough of the real legends never get the recognition them deserve. But we dig them out. Unsung heroes, giving honor where honor is due, preserving the legacy, and shining a light upon the people them we pave the way. We dig them out. Keep it locked on Midnight Reggae Vibes, where the culture live on, the legacy strong, and the vibes never stop. Respect.
Yeah, man, take it away, my brother.
Yes, I. So as they say, the vibes never stop, and we're not ready if you back out. You understand? Yeah, man. So we always there have to big up the legendary them, the foundation them. You understand? So the thing go. So we are talking about one of the youngest chap way back in the 1960s. He was actually born in 1962. At a point in time, he was called the young Bob Marley. You understand? Because at the age of 12, he writes and sings his own lyrics at the age of 12.
I'm sorry, I missed the name. What was the name?
Okay, I did not mention the name, but his name is Hugh Mundell.
Hugh Mundell.
Yes.
Wow.
One of the youngest chap way back. When Augustus Pablo Dems were active in the studio record label thing. Yes, they were the youngest chap that was around at that time with together with Jacob Miller. Remember, Jacob Miller was the first artist that Augustus Pablo recorded. So you could see Jacob Miller was very young way then. But today we are talking about one of the youngest chap at that time called Hugh Mundell. Yes, his name is Hugh Mundell. And as I said earlier, at the age of 12, he started writing, and singing his own lyrics. That was what made him unique, because we have other young chaps doing the same thing, singing at that time. Okay, but asking to write and sing your own lyrics, Hugh Mundell was the one who was doing it effortlessly. You understand? Because that time we had Jacob Miller, who was vibrant at that time, was very young too. So Hugh Mundell was unique because of his writing ability. Being able to write and sing his own lyrics. Yes, Hugh Mundell. So one of the family friend called Boris Gardner noticed these great talents in Hugh Mundell and decided to introduce him to reggae. You understand? Because Hugh Mundell was rooted in his lyrics. So sometimes they wonder how come a young chap at this tender age being able to write such big lyrics and stuff like that. So Boris Gardner introduced him to reggae. You know, Boris Gardner was one of the toppest producers at that time. Also sings sometimes, but he's active in the production kind of thing, you know. And Boris Gardner at a point in time, by the age of 13, introduced him to Joe Gibbs. Remember, not Joe Higgs. It's Joe Gibbs. You understand? He was also a producer then. So Boris Gardner introduced young Hugh Mundell at the age of 13 to Joe Gibbs. Yes, that's Joe Gibbs. And he started recording with Joe Gibbs, at that age. So I think Joe Gibbs recorded his first track called Where is Natty Dread? Yes, Where is Natty Dread? At the age of 13. Together with Augustus Pablo. Remember, Augustus Pablo was also you remember Augustus Pablo, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yes, I. The pioneer of Melodica. You understand?
Exactly.
So
yes.
And at a point in time, he built a record studio where artists do pass through and stuff like that. Yes. So that's together with Augustus Pablo, as I was saying, your mother used to go to the studio of Joe Gibbs, where Augustus Pablo also used to visit that same studio with other great artists, so he was the youngest among them. So it got to a point that one of the Ras men just walked up to this man and said, yo, you have to go back at your mom, because you too liquor, He was very young. So he asked him to go back when he's matured, then he start coming to the studio. You understand? So it was that time that Augustus Pablo walked up to him and was like encouraging him and took him under his wings. So Augustus Pablo became Hugh Mundell. Yes, that's Hugh Mundell in your picture. Look at Hugh Mundell. Yes, I. So Augustus Pablo took him under his wings. Great. Took him under his wings and decided to coach him. So I think Augustus Pablo became his mentor, his coach, and everything in music. You understand? And remember, Augustus Pablo used to have a sound system before building a record studio. So he later introduced Hugh Mundell to his sound system so that he will develop some kind of talent, courage before coming back to the studio. You understand? Yes, that's little Hugh Mundell.
Wow.
Hugh Mundell, yeah, man. Very natty dread and a young child writing big lyrics, or it's natty dread and all them thing, And he wasn't a Rastafarian at that time. Okay, but Augustus Pablo was a Rastafarian. So after taking him under his wings, guiding him in all them things, he eventually became a Rastafari brethren or Rastafarian. Yeah, so because under the teachings of the watchings of Augustus Pablo. You understand? Remember Augustus Pablo, very humble, very preserved and all them things. So Hugh Mundell also captured that kind of style, So Augustus Pablo used to train him, introduce him to his sound system to sharpen his talents. Okay, wow. So under the sound system, he earned a nickname, Jah Levi. Under the sound system, Jah Levi. Yes, that was Hugh Mundell's nickname under the sound system of Augustus Pablo. You understand? So you could see how Augustus Pablo helped and shaped this great talent. Yes, I. And together with Augustus Pablo and Joe Gibbs, the producer, he dropped a single called Africa Must Be Free by 1983. That was in the year between 1975 and 76. But the title of the song is Africa Must Be Free by 1983. Okay, so the reason why he chose the 1983 was OAU, Organization of African Unity, will be celebrating their 20th anniversary in that year.
Okay.
That was why he titled the song Africa Must Be Free by 1983. And mind you, it was that same 1983 that Hugh Mundell passed.
Oh.
You understand? So that's in 1983. So You know, reggae artists, most of them are prophets. You understand?
Yes.
So he came, delivered his message, and left. You understand? All right, so we dropped that track, Africa Must Be Free, by 1983, in the year between 75 and 76. Okay, so it was in 1975 that he dropped Where Is Nazi Dread. It was in 1975, and so between 1975 and 76, he dropped Africa Must Be Free by 1983. So 3 years after, when he was fully working with Augustus Pablo, he dropped an album. He dropped an album and he titled it with The Africa Must Be Free by 1983. Yes, that was the title of the album, Africa Must Be Free by 1983. And we have tracks on the album like Let's All Unite, Book of Life, Why Do Black Man Force and Fight, My Mind, yes, Run, Revolution I Come, Run, Revolution I Come. Those are some of the tracks on that great album. You know, he used to, as I said earlier, write, sing his own lyrics. So he sometimes just walk to the studio and will start singing, and Augustus Pablo will be recording. You understand? Because Augustus Pablo came from an artist to a record label owner and took Mundell under his banner. So he also learned most of the things Augustus Pablo did. You understand? So at that very young age, he decided to start working on his own record label, open his own recording studio, actually, recording studio. So he spotted an artist, that's Little Junior Reid, and later became Junior Reid. Yes, it was Hugh Mundell who spotted that great artist and was the first artist Hugh Mundell recorded. Little Junior Reid, yes, it was the first artist that Hugh Mundell recorded. So as Hugh Mundell was building another star or another relationship, his relationship with Augustus Pablo was kind of shaking. Yeah, because of some misunderstanding and stuff like that. So as he was building a great relationship with Junior Reid, his relationship with Augustus Pablo was shaking. So they splitted. I mean, they were no more working and all them thing, but still, as a friend, they were no more, together as a friend, but they were still working. So they co-recorded great albums together, but were not together as friends as they used to. Yes, because Hugh Mundell is handling his own stuff, his own recording studio with his artist, Little Junior Reid, who later became Junior Reid. You understand? And so,
Wow.
yes, and so Hugh Mundell, that was a drop. Yes, so they work up to 1980. I remember I did tell you, say he never lived to see the celebration of OAU at that time, as in the title of his album or the track that he dropped, The Africa Must Be Free in 1983. He never lived to see it, because in that 1983, Hugh Mundell went to a studio session with Junior Reid. You know, he was 21 at that time, driving his own car and all them things. Yes, so for a show with Junior Reid, so as they were coming back, so in the show, as the show was going on, he heard there was someone in his house stealing his stuff. Okay, so he rushed to the house and got this man arrested. So as they closed, some days later, they went for another show. As they were coming, a man just flagged them to stop. So as they stopped, the man just started shooting at them. And Junior Reid, escaped the bullets, because by an inch. You know, he nearly hit Junior Reid. So went straight into the head of Hugh Mundell. But Hugh Mundell did not die at that time, so they took him to the hospital and later was pronounced dead. Yes, that was how Hugh Mundell passed. I mean, a great legend at that very tender age, dropping, writing and doing his own stuff. That's how sad his end was. I mean, great legend at the age of 12, writing and singing his own lyrics and all them things. If Hugh Mundell was to be alive, he would be such a great man. But still, he did his parts. He contributed his quota to the, I mean, reggae family or reggae tree. And yes, that's Hugh Mundell. He, at a point in time, also worked with King Tubby. You know, remember Augustus Pablo used to work with King Tubby. So, I mean, working with King Tubby, legendaries, definitely have a connection with Lee Scratch and all them things. I mean, he's such a great chap that we need to celebrate or acknowledge. You understand? And nobody does it. Nobody does it better than we, you know. So, we dig it out and give information in a blink eye. And that's what they have to do. You understand? So, today, we're celebrating and acknowledging Hugh Mundell. Yes, Hugh Mundell. One of the greatest that, I mean, we need to appreciate his contribution to the reggae family or to the reggae tree. Yes, I.
Thank you so much, Tuffbuzz. Thank you so much.
One love still.
Have them story, and every story to get told. Welcome to the Unsung Heroes segment on Midnight Reggae Vibes, a special feature where big up the pioneers, the trailblazers, the reggae legends, and the cultural icons. Them will help shape reggae music and Caribbean culture for generations. Brought to you by fella Tough Soul, CEO of Tuffbuzz Entertainment. Because enough of the real legends never get the recognition them deserve. But we dig them out. Unsung heroes, giving honor where honor is due, preserving the legacy, and shining a light upon the people them we paved the way. We dig them out. Keep it locked on Midnight Reggae Vibes, where the culture live on, the legacy strong, and the vibes never stop. Respect.
Yeah, man, respect. Give thanks, Tuffbuzz Entertainment, for such an educational piece. Pick up your producer, One Ash Cash.
One Ash, you know.
Thank you. My apologies, Professor.
He's always on point,
technical difficulties tonight.
Always on point. And we have Curve, so big up Curve. I see you,
Big up Curve.
Yeah,
hello, bro.
Yes, I. Blessings.
What's up? I'm good.
Yeah, man.